In addition to drawing single curves, MicroStation allows us to join curves and other element types in what's called a composite curve. A composite curve can contain line strings, arcs, or Bezier curves, and you can switch between any of these element types during the construction of a composite curve. The tool we need is the Composite Curve tool, and if you look at the Tool Settings window, you'll see that we have a choice of arcs by center as a method, arcs by edge, Bezier curves, and line segments. Each one is controllable, and in the case of the arcs, you can set an arc radius and an arc angle. We won't be doing that because the exercise I have on the screen would allow us to pick points rather than set specific dimensions. Now, the composite curve I want to create is the one shown in red on the right. This is a continuous curve, as you can see, but we're going to start by drawing one half of this curve. So we'll draw the left side from the top to the midpoint of the curve here. Then mirror and join the two halves. I want you to draw these two rectangles. So use the block tool to draw a 6x6 rectangle first, and then the block tool to draw a 12x6 rectangle. And again, these are master units. I've also put notes for the snap points that we need. This will be point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, which is the midpoint of this bottom line, and point 5. We'll need these various points as we go through the different element types. So, with the tool started, we'll start with arc by center to do the quarter arc of the first curve. Keep your eye on the status line for the prompts. And the first point is the enter the first vertex of the arc. Well, my arc is going from there down to there, so this will be the first vertex point. Then it wants the arc center. That will be point 2. Now I can drag my arc down to point 3. Now, be careful. I'm going to left-click to accept that point, but do not reset. This will be a continuous curve when we're finished, and resetting will simply break up the segments, which is not what we want. So do not reset at this point. Now I need to draw the curve-ish part of this, and I need to use the Bezier curves element type. And as we pull away from the Tool Settings window, you can see the curve being generated. We need an endpoint. That will be the midpoint at point 4. Left click, do not reset. The prompt says define tangency. I will select point 5 to lock the tangent in. Again, do not reset. My curve is still trying to be generated, but now I need a line segment to finish off the last part of the curve. So, line segment. And now I can go across and select point 5. Now I can reset to stop the tool. And now I have the left half of the curve. So I will move this out of the way temporarily. Come across and copy this. And while it's selected, I need to mirror it. So we mirror. And about the vertical, I need to make a copy. Snap to the top. Right click. And I have the two halves together. Now at this point, of course, these are not joined. They are separate curves. So I need to join them. And to do that, I need to use the Create Complex Shape tool. Select that. I'll use the automatic option simply because it's a very simple object to work with. I will select 1 and data point, and the whole curve is automatically selected. Data point to accept, and I now have my composite curve in one piece. So obviously a fairly simple methodology, but you still obviously need to know how to construct the curve you're interested in using those 3 element types. And that, of course, depends on the shape of the curve that you need to generate. Try some different pick points, some different sizes. Try placing curves without using the blocks that I have drawn here, and experiment with the different element types as well.